even if our democracy was perfect, you would need watchdogs to hold power accountable. Yeah, I think this is a fundamental part of society that needs to be addressed, because we know that that kind of power can be intoxicating. It can corrupt even the most, ethical person with a lot of integrity gets corrupted by power. And I think if civil society goes to sleep, I think the days of democracy are numbered. Yeah. Imagine if on the day of voting or the day before, somebody showed up at my house and rang the doorbell and said that, hey, you know what, you might not have remembered all the things that so and so person did for the last 5 years. Maybe here are a bunch of news clippings of everything that they've done, good, bad, ugly, and with this you can make up your mind. You make up your mind. Of course, as an empowered, independent thinking citizen, I thought that would be fantastic if somebody gave me that. And that was really the starting point. And I really didn't even care whether anybody else would want this information or not. I just knew that for me to be an intelligent voter, doing justice to the right that so many people have fought and given their lives for, to be able to vote and exercise your agency that way.
Now, of course, the government doesn't put out data of how many actual jobs it creates. If you look at the government's own data, there's categorization of where these jobs have come from. Now, when we looked at that, there was one category which was very intriguing called export services. It is actually, this is the official definition, manpower suppliers, normal contractors, what that means, I don't know, security services, and miscellaneous activities. These are export services. So contract labor is now being called export services, basically. The second largest category is construction and real estate industry, which is basically construction workers on site. That is another 7%. So 50% of this most likely has come from just contract labor. So one would say that yes, they have met the idea of 1 crore additional workers, but these are not jobs. These are 1 crore additional jobs. So the estimate is that we believe that approximately half this promise could have been met if you take 50% of these out. Now, this was a $250 million project that was approved by ADB. And this project was for maintaining only 450 kilometers of the state's roads, comprehensively, making them double lane, all this. This they have done 100%, which would be great if we had only 450 kilometers of roads. But we unfortunately have much more than that. We've built way beyond that, and it's way beyond what we can maintain. We have 3.03 lakh kilometers of roads in Maharashtra. So even if you consider 100% performance, and this is true, we have checked the performance report of this. 100% has been covered, physical progress is 100%. This just still represents 0.15% of what was the intention of this promise. Yeah, there's no other scheme that has been launched already. Whatever is happening all ad hoc, reactive. So this has been properly broken. The government said that they will strengthen the electricity distribution system to try to match up with the increasing power demands because of enhanced income. People's lifestyles are changing, people's per capita energy consumption is changing. And we found that actually in 2019 compared to 2024, the amount of unmet demand actually went up in these 5 years. So in 2021, when we looked at the figures, the last available data that the CEA put out, the earliest one, the unmet demand was only 0.2% of power was not being met. In 23-24, based on the last statistics by the Central Electrical Authority, the unmet demand is actually 50 times more. It's 10% right now. Yeah, so this is why we're seeing more power cuts.
Frankly, I do not want to go back to a world where I felt I was ill-informed and I was living in a cloud of ambiguity, and I feel that even your right to complain you can only get once you really engage in this kind of effort. If you've engaged in the effort to know that a lot of the performance is being betrayed, that they're not living up to the promises, once you've done this work, then you can say कि लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं सब, whatever, everybody's deceptive or they are being unscrupulous, etc. You can make all these allegations only if you've looked hard enough. So first of all, I feel that through this work I earn the right to even complain legitimately.